The hand disappeared into darkness, but its presence did not. Because some evils do not need a body to remain alive. The shrine fell silent. Too silent. Ada lay on the ground, weak, bleeding, barely holding on to consciousness. But something had changed. The noise inside her was gone. For the first time in her life, there was silence in her soul. But peace came at a cost. Obina stood still, staring into the darkness where the hand had vanished. He did not look victorious. He looked concerned, because he knew something the others did not. The elders began to chant again, low, ancient, dangerous. No, Obina said suddenly. The elders stopped. Their hollow eyes turned to him. It is not finished, one of them said. Obina's voice dropped. It will never be finished if we keep pretending we understand it. The air grew heavy, because for the first time, the ritual had been questioned. And when tradition is challenged, truth begins to fight its way out. Ada stirred. Her remaining hand pressed weakly against the ground. "Obina," she whispered. He turned quickly, and in that moment, something changed in his eyes. Not power, not control, but recognition, because he finally saw her not as a vessel, but as a person. "I can feel it," Ada said weakly. "Feel what?" he asked. She swallowed hard. "It's not gone." The words landed like thunder. The ground trembled slightly. A faint scratching sound echoed from the shadows. Slow, deliberate, coming closer. The elders stiffened. Even they were not prepared for this. And then it emerged. Not as a hand, but as something worse. Because when something is cut away from its host, it does not die. It becomes itself. The shadow stretched, twisted, and slowly took form. A figure, standing, same face as Ada, but fully transformed. Eyes burning like dying fire, skin marked with deep cracks of darkness, smiling freely. The spirit sister was now complete. Ada gasped, "No!" But this time, the spirit did not speak through her. It spoke to her. "You were always too weak to carry me," it said softly. Its voice echoed unnaturally. "Now, I no longer need you." The parasite had become a predator. The elders began chanting loudly, trying to contain it, but the spirit laughed, a deep, hollow sound that did not belong to the living. "You fed me with fear, with pain, with betrayal." Its eyes shifted to the elders. "And now you think you can control me?" With a single movement, it lifted its hand. The air snapped violently, and one elder was thrown across the shrine, lifeless. The others staggered back. Obina stepped forward, not as a ritualist, but as what he truly was. Not just a man, but a bound prince of the unseen realm. His beads began to glow faintly. Symbols appeared across his skin. "You were never meant to exist in this world," he said. The spirit tilted its head, "And yet, here I am." The shrine shook violently. Wind howled through the enclosed space. Fire torches exploded one after another. Ada watched, too weak to stand, but fully aware, because now she understood everything. This was never about her being cursed. It was about her being used. Used by her family, used by tradition, used by forces she never asked to carry. And now she had a choice. For the first time in her life, Ada was not being controlled. She was being given a decision. She dragged herself forward, ignoring the pain, ignoring the blood. "Stop!" she screamed. Everything froze, even the spirit, even Obina, because her voice carried something new, authority. "I am not your vessel anymore," she said, shaking. Her eyes burned, not with possession, but with will. "You lived in me because I was broken, but I am not broken anymore." The spirit's smile faded slightly. Obina watched silently, because this was the moment he had been waiting for. Not the ritual, not the sacrifice, but her awakening. "You cannot exist without me," Ada said firmly. The spirit took a step back, and for the first time it hesitated. Because darkness needs permission, and she had just withdrawn it. "Leave," Ada said. The word echoed unnaturally. The spirit screamed, a sound filled with rage and resistance. Its body began to crack, just like before, but this time it had nowhere to run, no host, no hiding place. With one final violent shriek, it shattered into darkness and was gone. The shrine stood still, broken, burned, empty. Ada collapsed, but this time not from defeat, from release. Obina walked toward her slowly. He knelt beside her, not as a prince, not as a ritualist, but as a man who had finally understood his role. "You were never meant to be sacrificed," he said quietly. Ada closed her eyes. A single tear rolled down her cheek. "I know," she whispered. Some stories end with victory, others end with truth. And sometimes, truth is the only victory that matters. The story. Lesson. Evil only thrives where truth is suppressed, identity is denied, and the innocent are sacrificed for tradition. 1. Not every tradition is truth. The elders and family followed rituals blindly, but they never questioned the damage it caused. Lesson. Cultural practices must be guided by wisdom, not fear. Scapegoating the innocent creates monsters. Honor is blamed, abused, and misunderstood. Lesson. When society continuously labels someone as bad, it creates the very darkness it fears. Darkness needs permission. The spirit survived because Ada was broken, silenced, and powerless. Lesson. What you tolerate mentally and emotionally gains control over you. Self-realization is spiritual power. The final victory did not come from rituals. It came from Ada reclaiming her identity. Lesson. True power begins the moment you say, "I am no longer who you said I was." Sacrifice without understanding is destruction. Obina and the elders acted based on inherited knowledge, not full truth. Lesson. Wisdom must guide power.
Thanks for watching. Kindly subscribe, like, and turn on the notification for more amazing stories.